Hi everyone, I'm Tristan. Welcome to a very important TOEIC lesson because I'm going to show you how to quickly and correctly answer a difficult question, and you will see similar questions like this on TOEIC a lot. Okay, so here's the question. Let's first simplify the statement to make it easier. So let's just start with the main clause. The main clause is the company blank a backlash. That's all we care about. Then we have our adverb clause. After it failed to clean up. That's what matters. You need to care about that section. Everything else doesn't matter. So we've simplified. So we know the company blank a backlash is our main clause. Using basic grammar, we can immediately eliminate B. Why? Because facing by itself is not a verb. A main clause needs subject verb. Facing is a gerund. So if I say, I'm watching a movie with my friend, there's no verb. If I put a be verb before it, such as I am, was, have been, had been, watching a movie with my friend, this is a verb. So because we need a verb after the company, let's eliminate be. Now we need to understand some vocabulary. The noun backlash. A backlash is a negative, angry reaction, usually from a large group or a certain group in the public. Here's an example. The board of directors feared a public backlash because of the CEO's comments. So the idea is the CEO said something rude, controversial, and the board was scared many people would get angry. Another example, the sports writer faced backlash for criticizing the team's star player. So the sports writer said something bad about the star player and people got angry, probably on Twitter or Instagram. One more example, there was a public backlash against the university when it banned students from certain countries. So when we use backlash, the common form is subject faces, causes, leads, sparks, or fears a backlash. And backlash can be countable or non-countable. So next, eliminate C. Why? Well, was faced is passive voice. Passive voice is when you start with the object. For example, many people watched the movie. So many people is the subject, watched is the verb, and the movie is the object. Passive, the movie was watched by many people. So here you are starting with the object. For this TOEIC question, there is no reason to use a passive sentence. For this idea, the company is the subject. Next, eliminate A. Why? This is also passive voice. Have been verb ed is passive voice in present perfect. Let's look at some examples of an active and passive voice in present perfect. Over the last few years, AI has impacted daily life. So, AI is the subject, has impacted is the verb, and life is the object. Or, over the last few years, AI has been impacting daily life. Once again, this is active. You are starting with the subject. Remember, has verbed and has been verbing or have been verbing are active sentences. You are starting with the subject. Passive, over the last few years, daily life has been impacted by AI. Has been verb ed is passive voice. Another example, active. Since 2005, Sua has managed the film studio. Sua is the subject, has managed is the verb, object, the studio. Or I could say, Sua has been managing the film studio. That is also active. But passive voice, if I start with the object, would be since 2005, the film studio has been managed by Sua. Notice, has been, verb ed, is passive voice. So you are starting with the object. So for this TOEIC question, the company, a backlash from the public, well, as you can see, we would have to say a backlash has been faced by the company. But a company is the subject, faced is the verb, object is backlashed. So best answer is D. In the past, the company faced a backlash. Why did this happen? The company faced a backlash because it failed to clean up the oil spill. All right, so you can see that one key note, if you use has been verb ed when it is used as a verb, that is passive voice. So I could say, I have taught this lesson for 5 minutes. I have been teaching this lesson for 5 minutes. I am the subject. But the lesson has been taught for 5 minutes. And of course, please like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day. Bye.